Wasn't expecting that. Well, that's a uplifting experience. Heather beating. Oh, the bloody studied urine. Do you know what Peron means? I pressed the button and it came up, so... that one does say you must restrict the RS flow. You've got a Welsh dragon, haven't you? Well, good morning everyone. It's midday at Venlo station and we're catching the train to s-Hertogenbosch. I think that's how they pronounce it, something like that. It's Tuesday and today is a bit of a preventer. Our bike's tucked in there. Today it's a bit of preventative medicine because tomorrow's going to be all rainy and horrible, so we're going to do some miles in the train rather than in the rain.
Would you like to see some footage of us in Den Bosch?
Well, he joined us in the morning. We got a day off in Den Bosch, so I took the opportunity to nip into the cheese shop and I asked the man, I couldn't resist, saying, do you sell cheese? And it turns out he does. We had a nice steak dinner last night and it also looks like it's market day today, which is a Wednesday, which is odd. There's a red house there that was finished rebuilding in July 1945, so it didn't take them long, did it? I suppose the war moved on, finished 8th of May, perhaps they're already rebuilding it. And there's a lady in a cage here for some reason. That must have some sort of significance.
Bed er zuinig op, want zeg, het is ja.
This is what midday on a Wednesday in July looks like in Den Bosch. Bosch, can't pronounce it, it's just easier to call it Den Bosch. There's a man and his bongos over there, or whatever they're called, some sort of xylophone.
Jij doet met de twee dingen op?
There's a man wearing glasses, looking like a half a Napoleon there. The depth of the canal looks like it's about 2.8 metres. And I was right, the half pier Van Ootels. So someone will no doubt tell me the significance of why the man's only lost weight on his left-hand side. It hasn't rained for months, they said. Go on holiday, they said. Interesting little wagon. Filling up the canal. And here's a statue to Cornelius. I looked him up. He died in 2001. He was obviously one of the great and the good. Verhoeven. You have to look him up, see what he was famous for.
Ja. Boven het overtoer heeft gekomen. Dat is een belangrijke factuur en achter
No, I've got no idea either.
Maar hij zag iets met een astronaut. Weet je wel, die... daar.
That's a great shot front, isn't it? You got the hound's head sticking out on the left-hand side and the fox's head sticking out the other side. And you can no doubt hear, I don't think I'm going to get a copyright strike for the bells, am I? Up there. Listen to them. I don't know why they're going at 12:20. What do you think that is? Well, the bells have only just stopped. They've been absolutely brilliant. That's all the best people are wearing at the moment. Their rain hat, fashioned out of an eagle. Interesting roofline there. Parade of shops. The one on the right, it's like, well, the last two on the right. Sunglass art. Just architects gave up when they came to those, didn't they? Choc sweeties, biscuits, some of those ginger biscuits we quite like, gingerbread things, speciality type. Come across a very low bridge. I'm going to go down and have a go on that. Yeah, okay. Do you think they got a grant for that? We think underneath this water is an underground car park, so I think that underneath that water, it's a very shallow, it's a roof, because if you see the people going down the lift there, and then you can look through the glass and you can see people underneath where the water is, so I think there's underground parking. Someone who lives in Den Bosch can tell us. Well, we've just been out for dinner in Den Bosch, and we're going back to a hotel. Now, our hotel is a converted nunnery, I think. It's very nice. It's quite quirky rooms. So it was an institution for nuns. I think it's sort of Mother of Grace or something establishment. But it's yeah, different from your normal sort of hotel. But very good. Recommend it. Today's Thursday. Thought I'd take some footage of our room. Funky man. The ensuite with the world's narrowest, smallest sink. And then we do have a balcony. It looks down on a lovely garden. If I come back this way, lovely quiet of the morning. There's a garden. Across to a bit. Morning, sheepsies. Any patch of shade they've got, isn't it, down there? Well, we've done 30 kilometres and it's only 10:30. It's like they're washing gravel or something here. We're crossing the Vaal. Must be dredging. It's going up there very slowly. Oh, we're going up in the wheelhouse. The gates are shutting. Away we go. And we are the only people on the ferry, bar one car and a couple of nerdy old cyclists like us. Crossing the Vaal, I think this is. It's a big old river, isn't it? Big old river. Well, that was convenient. We had no idea we'd come so far. Well, we arrived just in the nick of time there, didn't we? We've had to take a bit of a detour here because the Jobsworth that shut the road a little while back wouldn't allow us over. There's about 3 foot of sand across. So we've had to cycle a fair bit way round, and they both just turned around and went back to sitting on the fence looking at their phones. So that didn't fill me with joy, I must admit. Okay, Mrs. Antagonist. Well, we've come down this gravelly path and we think we've arrived at a ferry. I've pressed the green button and it's made a noise, and hopefully there's someone on the other side who's going to come and get us. Looks like a lady. Here she comes. We made it to the other side of the crossing, and then it looks such a nice place to stop. We thought we'd stop for a cup of coffee. There's the lady who's the ferryman, or the ferry person, as you have to call them now. And I think this barge, if it's got a black car on the back, I think we've overtaken it somewhere along the line. And you can just see there's a swinging derrick. Used to call my adventure scout leader. So we're just sitting down. We've just ordered a coffee fakir for milky coffee and a cheese and ham toasty. So just wheeling the bikes on, and it's €1.50 if anyone's interested in taking the ferry. It's all very sustainable, isn't it? Excellent. Sort of electric powered cable ferry. Sounds like it could do with oiling, doesn't it? There we go, electric powered, putting across the cable. It's a sort of view that you get on the top of a jigsaw, isn't it?
Would you like to see some footage of our next campsite? Well, let's go!
Well, here we are on our penultimate camping night, just airing all our things. We got here very quickly, actually. 50k before 1 o'clock. We could do with some shade. We've got ducks for company. I'm sitting on a mound, which I think is where the ducks sit. Welcome to the mini camping at Gwishenard near Noordeloos. I've probably mangled that. The ducks quacking round the pond. Nice trucks just turned up. We've put all the gear up, giving it an airing. Mrs. Antagonist is just recharging her batteries. And we've got a few other campers. Now I'll take you around the corner. If I come around the corner here, We've got Leonora, who's the daughter of the campsite owners, and she's looking after. They've got away for the weekend, so she's in charge. Charles in charge. That's the reception, I think. And there's the loo, shower, and loo block, washing up block. All very pretty, isn't it? Well kept. That's what we like. Take you back the next. This is very warm, and we're lacking shade, but I'm sure it'll all cloud over this evening, and everything will be fine and dandy. Being very English, had our dehydrated meal with one of those green pouches, and it was our worst meal so far. Don't know how people can eat that. So having a nice cup of tea at the moment. The last of our cinnamon biscuits. And up over to the tent, cooling down now. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for the last part of our trip and find out if I get my helmet back.